Hello, everyone, and welcome to Petworking. I'm Peter Kenstead, Vice President and Partner at Maya Strategy Group, and I'm here at the Chewy booth at WVC 2025 with Dr. Heather Zaretsky, one of the leaders of Chewy Health's veterinary program. Chewy is rapidly emerging onto the veterinary scene. They've opened 8 clinics so far, most recently in Austin, and where else?
So we have Austin that just opened up. We just opened in Alpharetta.
That was the one I was forgetting.
Yeah, we have a couple locations in South Florida and Denver as well.
Very cool. Not in Vermont yet, unfortunately, but don't worry, Peony, they're coming. And I had a chance to sit down with Dr. Heather and some other members of the Chewy team yesterday and talk through their program, and I was blown away at the attention to detail that they're paying. You may have seen at Pet Connect, we did a tour of the modern animal facility, and that blew me away, and what they are doing is even taking it a step further with digitization and most excitingly, I really wish I could zap this into my veterinary practice right now, into the practice that Peony and I visit, but a large comfort room with a couch that Dr. Heather tells me is great for larger dogs with anxiety. But Dr. Heather, talk to us a little bit about, the philosophy behind the program, what you guys are building here, and how you see it standing out, because I think it's really fabulous.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're trying to build something that's a very different experience for everybody that's involved. From the pets that are coming in, a lot of animals are terrified of coming to the vet. And so we wanted to create a different environment where it will be a lot less stressful for them, from the way the hospital smells to the furniture that we have there, the way the space is set up so that they have a lot of room. They're not confined in itty-bitty little exam rooms, which helps a lot of these bigger animals that have this anxiety there, to very unique kennel enclosures in the back that don't have those metal bars in front of them where they have barriers to being able to see, and we know that causes anxiety. So every step of the practice was really designed with the pet's comfort in mind. And then from the owner's perspective, really customizing that experience for what people want. They want convenient care. They want to be able to access records digitally. They don't want to have to call the hospital when they need a rabies certificate to be able to go into a grooming facility. We have a lot of personalization using technology in the hospitals. When you walk into the exam room, there's an iPad that has the pet's picture on there with their name on there, customized for their visit. In the exam room, there's a screen that has all of the pet's information on there, again, customized for that pet, their picture, their name, their vaccine history on there, pictures of the doctor and the assistant that's going to be helping, and information walking the client through the entire veterinary visit as well, so they have all those tools right in front of them to help guide them along the way. And then from our associates, creating a better experience for our doctors and our paraprofessionals that are there to take care of the pets. And that goes from the training that we do with our teams. Every role in the hospital gets formal training, and that's unique in veterinary medicine. We want to set them up for success, and we want to provide a really good experience for them, providing them that support and giving them that time that they need to be able to engage with those clients in the room, take their time with those fearful pets so that they don't feel rushed, and we can do what we need to do to make everybody feel comfortable with that experience.
Yeah, no, I was totally blown away. You said it's 7 weeks of training for doctors before when you open up a new hospital, and 3 weeks for
existing practices. Yeah, so all of our associates, no matter what the role, gets 3 weeks of formal training. New hospital openings, the doctors are going to have 7 full weeks of training, and that includes leadership training to help them be successful in their roles.
That's amazing. And you talk about, the aesthetics and, the experience. We're here in a kind of mock waiting room. And you can see the pictures of the Chewy pets at the various clinics on the wall. And even beyond what you were talking about with the iPads with pictures of the pets and the screen walking people through the exam process, there's also a screen where you can view x-rays and lab results and have the same view as what the doctors see.
Absolutely. So that screen that we have in the exam room that walks the clients through the experience also has the capability of sharing things like x-rays that we've taken on their pets, videos of what we're seeing under the microscope can be on there, ultrasound images can be on there. So some of these procedures that the owners aren't able to be there while we're doing them, we can actually bring them to the owner so they can see the same things we're looking at and have a better understanding of what's going on with their pet.
I think it's great. Ultimately that's what we want, right? We want pet parents who are more involved in their pet's medical journey. Hopefully you don't have to go to the vet too often, but if you're providing an experience where it's a place that you want to go where your pet feels comfortable. You're going to get ahead of conditions. You're going to catch conditions earlier, and you're going to feel like partners in care. I think one of the biggest things I learned when I was in college is, as humans, you can't effectively navigate the U.S. healthcare system without an advocate, and I don't think it's fair to expect pets and pet parents to navigate it without an advocate. And if you can make pet parents an advocate in their pet's care, I think it's going to be better outcomes for everybody all the way around.
Yeah, you're spot on. Medical care is a partnership. Our clients are coming to us for the best advice because they want to take care of their pets in the best way possible. And it's our job to provide them with all that information, and being able to actually see the results of the diagnostics make a big difference in the understanding that the clients have, so that they can better take care of their pet and make informed decisions on what to do during that visit.
Yeah, and I think the fear-free element of it too is huge. I love the idea of having a couch that Peony could just go and lay down on, because I think I love our vet. They're fear-free certified, but the facility, it's a 8x8 room with white tile floors, and I don't blame her that she gets a little bit stressed out, and I'm thankful that Dr. Jenny, our vet, is fear-free certified and takes the time to sit down with her on the floor. But I bet she could get a lot better reading and probably get Peony comfortable enough to, manipulate her, touch her more if she was in an environment where she could just lay down on the couch and feel like she was visiting a friend.
Absolutely. Yeah, we want to create that very comfortable environment for our pets, and it warms my heart when some of these very fearful dogs just run into that room, jump on the couch, and they get their exam done on the couch next to their owner. Some of these dogs that have come in, they need to be medicated, they needed to have muzzles, can do that without any of those things in our clinic, because we're taking the time and we're providing an environment that's just a lot more comfortable for them and less fear-evoking, which is going to lead to a better experience for everybody.
Yeah, and like you said, a better experience for the practitioners as well, because it leads, I think everybody gets into veterinary medicine because they want to help pets. I don't think anybody goes into this field thinking that, I'm going to make $1 million becoming a veterinarian. It's a very compassionate, caring group of people, and when we look at veterinary burnout, I think compassion fatigue and not being able to provide the care that you want to be able to provide is a big part of that. So, having the model that you have, and we haven't even touched on, it is more of a membership model where you can pay to access visits monthly, or you can pay as you go, but I love the idea of a membership model, because that, in conjunction with pet insurance, really takes away the financial barriers to care and gets people into the clinic more often, earlier, so that you could catch diseases before you're seeing a dog that hasn't been to the vet in 2 or 3 years and looking at, oh, well, if we'd caught this 3 years ago, we wouldn't be where we are.
Absolutely. Reducing that barrier for these pets to be able to get care is so valuable in veterinary medicine. So we have a lot of modalities in place to help clients have that access to care, both from locations but also to financial abilities, people being able to work with people to get these pets the care that they need.
Well, I think it's awesome what you're doing. I would strongly encourage Northeast expansion, preferably Burlington, Vermont, ASAP. Be on the lookout. Chewy is not just a place where you can go online and buy pet food and treats anymore. They are rapidly becoming a major player in the pet and animal health and veterinary medicine. So we are looking forward to seeing continued expansion.